Oh, okay. Is this the, like, it's related to Jägermeister here, so maybe.
I see.
Might make sense to, might make sense to do. Okay. When completes an order, adds 30 TP to 30 to TP of the character with the least TP and reactivates them. Interesting. It's an interesting thing. Interesting way to. Oh, how would you use that effectively? I wonder. Because 30 TP is not an inconsequential amount. I will note that at the very least. So is it 30 TP of whoever was or the lowest amount of whoever was used? Let's try it that way. And does it include her? That's the other question. Self-KO. Oh, right. So, who gets reactivated? Is it one of the 15 healers that I had? Yeah, so it's... Okay, so it's the lowest of that group. Got it. So if you pick and choose very carefully, you can get someone really high on the second set. Got it. So hers is... increases damage ratio by 2 to... Okay, I mean, that doesn't seem bad. At the very least. I'm not sure that's better, though. That's the thing, right? Just because, like relative to, like, getting an amazing, doesn't that boost up the damage ratio by a similar amount if you just, like, auto-amazing off of someone's? It feels like it's a worse version of some of that, right? So it's the... Okay, so specifically you'd want to use her for the plus 30 TP. You'd want to use that... you'd probably want to use that in the first turn, specifically, because you can control it more. After that, you sort of lose a lot of that control, I guess. So I'm curious if this will be a similar amount of damage. Well, it also might be doing more damage just because... No... I don't think this is a game where levels and whatnot change how much damage you do a bunch. It's more just... Like, lower level wouldn't make you do more damage, I think, just that they have less health. Yeah, that's a similar range to stuff I've done in the past. Admittedly, with a bit more experimentation, but still. Wing made cuisine, so tired of eating frog roots, vegetables. Now time for make do, but when day arrives, off to Colony Lambda, stuffed belly, silly with proper food. No pond cooking.
Interesting.
I'm not sure how actually interested I am.
Touchdown.
Level 82. Okay, well, let's just sneak around them a little itty bitty bit. I think I might not be in a place to take those guys down. Those guys did not slide correctly, clearly. It's definitely a fog here for some reason. So is the fog not going to do anything? There's been a few of these places where there's just like a ton of black fog around it, yeah? But there's nothing here except for this. For some reason I was expecting a bunch of bodies. Or at least I feel like I've seen a bunch of bodies like around Black Fog before, so maybe I was making an assumption. Apparently, I just straight up missed this place last time I came through here. So, yeah, let's activate it this time. Let's do it properly this time.
And I was the
Girl with the gall.
VP.
Should have enough to give Eno a boost now.
Again. Won't that victory slip away? No flaws in this tactic.
Woo! Okay, there's my highest one so far. Damage-wise.
So that's teamwork. Well, hey, look at that.
I will make special note that I am specifically not playing on hard because I think it will just end up being a massive time sink. Yeah, I understand that's not necessarily the best reason not to do it. I think I'll probably end up doing it on like bosses, like optional bosses down the road, less so the story stuff. For now, I much rather just do the content, right? And maybe switch to the hard mode for like challenging bosses and whatnot. Admittedly, maybe I should like change to it beforehand so I don't, you know, get lost and all that, but you know. As for that, I think that's actually all the different... Oh, maybe there's one in the location I haven't been to. I haven't explored very much. I was going to say there's probably some here, but no, nothing at the moment. Okay. With that in mind...
Eno, protect one and all!
So does the Eno swap... Does it only impact Eno, or does it impact anyone using the class? Oh yeah, I got 91 because I went and found everything I could, basically. So, evasion, evasion, evasion when aggro drawn and attacking by 25%. That seems really good. So, yeah.
Eno feeling strong!
So let's move through this and find all the evasion-based stuff. Okay, so actually, simple way to check this. So we have Shining Reframe 540%. For her, it's 500%. Which does indeed imply that this is solely for her. Because this is 500 to 580, right? So,
Eno feeling strong!
that's sort of unfortunate if you have to use her specifically to get all the benefits out of it.
Feeling strong!
Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it at that for now. There's still some stuff I could do, but that's okay. If it really does just affect her, rather than no one else. Yeah, it does seem like that, doesn't it? Yeah, and it does seem like the class skills are... It's like I'm gonna assume they upgrade normally just by like going up in the class ranks and whatnot. That's really what it is, right? For the same yeah. Basically, it probably is just a matter of going up in the class ranks, so you know, you get those boosts and whatnot that you'd get, and it's just an alternative advancement method specifically for her, which does make me feel like going through all that effort to get like 90 something of those feels a little like, it does feel a little, yeah. Oh well. The Nopan caravan said it was attacked by a mysterious soldier, didn't it? Mysterious soldier? Well, that does sound spooky. That was me. Where did you come from? I know it said you were required for it, but I'm surprised it just threw you into the conversation anyway. You? Oh, Queen's baubles. So Mr. Guy was here all along? They saw me. I intended to erase the evidence. Now I think about it, when you met us for the first time, you attacked us too. Obviously. Is it obvious? I'm not sure it is. Well, I mean, are we in a debate whether he attacked us? I'm a shadow. A shadow of my friend. And of his daughter. I don't like being seen by others. But didn't you end up wiping out the caravan? A little light intimidation was enough to shut them up, so I let it go. If they become a nuisance, I will erase them. Dude, you really need to mellow out. At any rate, the note on caravan means you no harm, so I'm sure it won't come to that. Let's hope. Huh, I just realized, you got rumbled by a bunch of Nopon, eh? Wow, you must have been real clumsy out there. Ugh. Whoa, easy there, Ferris. Put away the weapons, we're all friends here. He's a real short fuse to boot. Must be a touchy subject. Oh, that's it? When I saw it involved like a person, it was like... Oh, a specific spot too. Interesting. Interesting. I guess it involving stuff like that is important. Sure, for now. Let's do the ones with quests associated with them. Going Zhao doesn't have any Offseers, does it? No, we return our dead to the earth. Weird thing to do. I never heard of anyone doing that. Who grows up in the forest goes back to the forest. And until that time comes, a peaceful resting place awaits you. I'm from Agnes, and even I've never heard of this custom. I suppose it's deeply rooted in Colony Tao's culture. It is, which is why the concept of sending off isn't something we've ever had to consider. But you did have an Offseer in the past, from what I've heard. Well, in the past, yes, but he was killed in combat with Keves. Were you there, Juniper? I was. He drew enemy fire with the rear guard. I would not have escaped were it not for his sacrifice. Wow, that's depressing. Well, what did your Offseer usually do, given he wouldn't be off-seeing? Till the fields, mostly. As I said, we didn't really need Offseers. So depressing. Actually, could I ask you to send off our Offseer? Of course, if that's what you want. If there's a place we return to, then surely there are avenues other than the Earth to reach it. That's what I've come to believe, anyway. You know, if there really is some peaceful place awaiting somewhere... That's a lovely thought. Do you know where the Offseer is? We'll get there straight away. Thanks, I'll take you. Okay. Don't really have any reason to say no, at least.
We need to lay all this out.
Ashera, what will Colony 11 do now? Why ask me? Try not to play dumb. Maybe he's asking because it's your colony? No, surely it's your colony now, if anything. What? I mean, are you going to give us the keys? What? Just how do you figure that? I figure it by how soundly Colony 11 was thrashed into submission by the traitors Ouroboros. They say to the victor goes the spoils, therefore Colony 11 now belongs to you lot. You were also on the winning side, if memory serves. The commander herself says it's fine. Who are we to argue? Our list of allies is limited. Well, we're grateful for any cooperation. Oh, I forgot to tell you something. We're a fickle lot in Colony 11. Most of us do as we please, so you should be careful how you handle us. Just because I've taken a liking to you doesn't mean the others will. Why can't you just explain our good qualities to them, get them to help us? What? I should just tell them directly? A bunch of people who will cut me down if I show any weakness? I guess that won't work, but then what the spark are we supposed to do? Let me give you a piece of advice. As a former commander, Colony 11, there's a group of elite soldiers called the Three Ravens. 3? You don't remember? They fought us on Ixia Bridge. Oh, I mean, their names were completely inconsequential. Spearhead, Zolan, Foulplume, Isel, and Tenacious Clad. I want to say Chad, but... They led the 3 units to make up Colony 11. You could call them the pillars of the colony. Win those 3 over and you've basically got the whole colony. Make it sound so simple. How are we meant to win them over exactly? Good question. I simply crushed them until they did my bidding. Queen Steve, no wonder they want to kill you. But I know you and I can play it a bit smarter than that. For example, you could glean some intel about them. Best way to know an enemy is to become their friend. Whoa. They may be a group of thugs, but as soldiers go, they're the best of the best. As good as me, obviously. I can't see any downside to winning them over. It'll do wonders for your allied base. How about that? You're not wrong there. We'll think it over. Thinking, is it? Oh, don't deliberate for too long. What's that supposed to mean? Leave that lot alone for too long and they'll end up in some battle or other. You'd better do something about them before they end up being a nuisance for someone else. Is trouble seriously all your colony's good for? It makes for a fantastic guard colony. Might be. Well, I wish you luck. Indeed. Okay. Oh, she needs to actually, like, this is the only one that's, like, required me to be in the party. That's interesting. So, there's something about the Colony 4 resource problem I've been thinking about. Alexandria, why did you help? Oh, that's a bit of a rude question. Colony 4 is an ally. They've been released from their flame clock, after all. I don't need an excuse to help an ally, do I? Yes, I can understand you sharing your resources with them, but what I'm trying to say is, how does an Agnian colony know so much about resource shortages of Kavesi 1? That's what you're going to say. That's what I was wondering, too. Well, there's no putting anything past you. Information is easy to come by if you know how, and I always stay up to date. You're not saying you have an inside man, are you? I wouldn't take that much of a risk. I'm just doing the same as you. Here, this is how. This is a Collectopedia con. I told you, didn't I? I came up with them. And they're basically just like a massive way for... Yeah. Do you think I could only see my own army's information? Wait, but wait. Oh my goodness. It's like setting up a... Oh, it's like a foreign country setting up like a really cool program and spreading it out and like everyone's using it, but it's really like spyware. It's spyware. You're saying that you leaked secret Agnes tech to Kavas to use it as well? Huh. At the time, I just thought we got really lucky. And all along was deployed to dig up enemy intel. Well, I have to say I'm impressed. The important part comes after that. While analyzing the flow of resources, I realized that the war is almost perfectly balanced. Almost like it doesn't want to end. Which is to say, there's someone orchestrating the war from behind the scenes. When you think about the rules, you have to realize they are closely entangled with the intentions of whoever set them. Your words, Alexandria. This is what you were talking about, isn't it? Worked out that much. Didn't exactly try to blow the whistle, did you? What else could I do? What else could anybody have done, even if they had known? Then Ouroboros appeared, the world's enemy. And the enemy of one's enemy is one's friend, right? I'm glad you understand. I hope you are friendly with your actions as well as your words. Cold as ever. Okay, how about this? I'll show you the storehouse, the heart of Colony Iota itself. Take whatever supplies you need and use them as you will. Fair? You're saying we have final say over resource distribution? Well, we have to discuss the particulars of storehouse management with Shell, but yes. I appreciate the sentiment, but we wouldn't feel right. Oops, already pinged her. Already? She doesn't have much spare time, so you best get hustling. The storehouse is a bit hard to get direction to, so head for Taurus Hollow. Okay, sure, why not? Makes sense enough to act on, at least.
Always nice to see you.
A lesson in off-seeing. Huh. Sure.
About that thing.
Okay, this was an attention thing. Tyan, you used to be here. Lambda, right? Yes, and I was reassigned to Gamma. You all know the story by now. I lost my way up a command to Teach personally welcomed me in. Oh, Teach did, huh? Under normal circumstances, you have to indicate a clear reason for transferring, but he didn't ask me a thing. Thinking back to it now, I suppose Commander Aeserd must have put in a word for me. Sen and I came to Gamma at just about the same time. Then we got put in the same unit. Whew, so you guys have been together all the way since then. Yes. Isn't it strange? If tragedy hadn't struck in the way it did, I never would have met Senna and Mio. Or you guys. Are you saying that everything happened for a reason? I don't know if I'd go that far, but certainly that outlook would make it easier to stay optimistic as we go. It's not the topic I figured the trusting teach topic would cover. Hey, Lance, listen to this. I've been asked to teach as well. What? No stuffing way. The request came from Sun, from Zakia's team. She's one of the new recruits that Tyan taught the other day. I see. So, how is it then? She take a shine into you then? Maybe. I don't know. I don't recall talking to her much. She's an officer like us, so maybe that's why she's curious about meeting Kavesi one. Ah, that makes sense. But in that case, I wonder what I should teach her. Man, I wish I could have been one of Tyan's teaching assistants too. Oh, that's right. Now you're the only one of us Kavesi who hasn't been requested by anyone, Lands. Ah. Hey, Noah, old pal. How about I help you out this time? Good grief. You don't need to rush. I'm sure someone will ask you eventually. Thanks, Mio. Don't lose hope, Lance. Well, if you need my help, Noah, I'll be around. Just loafing about, like a tool. So, yeah, just let me know. Sure, I'll do that, Mr. Tool. Oh, yeah, I remember her. She was nice. She was like the nice one, if I remember correctly. So to keep you waiting? Oh, no, it's no bother. And who might you be? I have no business with you, but there's nothing wrong with me being here, right? I won't get in your way. Alright then. I suppose I don't mind. I'm also okay with that, if you really want to, Zuno. Okay. Guess he doesn't quite trust me yet. Doesn't seem like someone Shun would be partners with, but not my business probably. Let's jump right into it then. Wait. Yeah? Sorry for interrupting. Wait, no, it's okay. What were you going to say? It's just, you're a Kavesi Offseer, aren't you? That's right, and you're an Offseer too, or so I've heard. Yes, but I don't really know how to send someone off properly. I played my flute, but I get the feeling that's not all I should be doing, so... I'm sorry. What am I on about? No, I wasn't judging you. I can kind of understand how you feel. Oh, really? But... Ah, I know. Why don't we step outside the colony for a little while? Outside? I'm sure I saw a body of water in the mountains not too far from here. You mean Cooley Pool, eh? Oh, it's Cooley Pool, not Cooley Pooley. Okay. You need ask permission. Sure. Do you want to come too? Sorry, I've forgotten your name. Zuno. Sure, I'll come, but just please pretend like I'm not even there. I've got permission to go. Alright, we'll start the lesson there. I hope you find it helpful.
Huh. Would you believe it?
So they talked before about off-seeing basically being a matter of like conveying emotions in a lot of ways, right? Mechanically, I am curious about how it works, and that's the only thing I remember being notable before. Okay, this is not the body of water I was expecting to talk about, or go to. But, you know, it's fine. Now that Colony Gamma has been liberated from its flank clock, you no longer need to fight for this, to fight for its sake. But I think the work of us Offseers will remain unchanged no matter what. Okay, now, kill your friend. Kill him. You'll experience the emotions of needing to off-see people. You will have a friend die as well. That is the only way to do it.
Mimi, could you...
Husk. Let's send them off together. I wonder, what were these people thinking when they realized they were dying? I wonder if they wanted to carry on living. Or they were relieved that it meant they didn't have to fight anymore. That's an interesting way. It might be neither of those things. Could be something completely different. I feel like I have no idea what to do. I want to empathize with them, but it feels like my melody just rings hollow. The more people I send off, the emptier I feel inside. If it's how you feel, then it's how you feel. No one can argue with that. I'm so sorry. I feel like I barely understand anything at all. It's alright. We'll take it slow. If you feel anything else at any point, just let me know, okay? Okay. It always used to feel like a proper send-off before. I never had doubts like this when Miklan was still around. Ah, right. Agni and Offseers play in pairs, don't they? Yes. Miklan was my partner. He went to fight in Alfeto Valley, though, and since then he... I see. So I guess I'll have to be an Offseer on my own from now on. But just the thought of that makes my mind go blank. Like, I don't get what the point of it is, of any of it. I never gave Offseeing a proper thought to begin with. I just left it all to Miklan to take care of. I don't know if this will alleviate your worries or not, but... how about rather than thinking about how you should send them off, you try thinking about how you want to do it. How I want to do it. That's a big frown. You're thinking too hard. Oh, am I? Don't panic. We're in no hurry. Just do whatever you think is right. Yeah, overthinking, that's not an uncomplicated concept.
Would you believe it?
Probably particularly hard to... The hard thing about overthinking when you're doing something that really needs to not be overthought, and it's important not to overthink it, is the idea that, you know, if you try to not overthink, you're going to end up overthinking, right? The lights float away. They overflow from the body like they've been set free from everything. It looks so beautiful. I want to help these beautiful lights. I want to lead their dance into the sky, sparkling way up high. It's sort of funny after all that discussion we had in the last time I was playing about how it's like a purposeful, problematic cycle that they're creating for people to just get thrown back into the war. The melody you played with your partner was inside you all along. All that was left was to trust in yourself. I'm certain that's the key to unlocking your own unique way of off-sing. Thank you so much. I'll always treasure what you've said to me today, Noah. Oh, that was blocked by my microphone. I must offer my apologies. What? I wanted to be there so I could make sure if anything happens soon. You couldn't get away with it, but... I see. So that's why you came. You're a good friend, Zuno. Not really. I just thought that if Shin got sad, Miklan wouldn't have wanted that is all. Thank you, Zuno. Well, good for her. She's able to work through that again.
Would you believe it?
I mean, yeah, I'd be lying if the off-scene stuff wasn't, like, massively more interesting to me.
Blast them into next week.
than a lot of the other stuff in terms of side quests and whatnot.